Hey there, folks. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I'll be doing two episodes, and I'm gonna hold the mic. It's around 6:30 in the morning, uh, very early morning, 6:30, 6:25. So people are still sleeping, and if you hear me breathing heavily on your ears, I do apologize. But it's early morning, and it's let's keep it that way. It rained heavily last night. I think there's a lot of water on the rooftop. Luckily, where I'm sitting got a little bit dry area, so I have two episodes on mine. Hopefully you're doing good. Let's see which one I want to do first. Let me do the comparison video first, which is gonna be comparison video between Cedrat Boise or Cedrat Bois versus Cedrat Boise or Bois Intense. Okay, the Extrait de Parfum. So the bottle is gonna look a little bit frosted like that because it was in my room and it's a bit humid, because the room, AC room, it's like cold. When you come out during the rainy season, it gets a little bit, not steam, what do you call that, frosty. Not frosty, what do you call that? Yeah, it sweats, the bottle sweat basically because it's the humidity. But right now the weather, it's fine. It's not hot and humid. A little bit cloudy, a little bit from that side, a little bit how to say, sun will come up soon, so it's a little bit bright and a little bit cloudy. Let's see what you get. So I did review Cedrat Boise Intense a few days back, and I did just feel I want to compare the originator versus this one. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time Mancera is doing sort of like a flanker. Usually do not do that. Perhaps it was the success of Cedrat Boise which motivated them to make an intense version, Extrait de Parfum. So I'll update you in terms of smell, performance. They are kind of very similar in terms of smell, but performance there is difference. Okay, and many of you wanted to know which one you should get and if intense was a better release. And I did say in my review, it is a better release. It's a stronger version of the originator. And I'll tell you a few facts. It's just my input. You can test them both. Always remember, it's better to test a fragrance and see on yourself which one works better. So let's start with Mancera. I don't have the bottle. I don't have the boxes and the pouches here. Just have the bottle. This is my old Cedrat Boise bottle. I have this much juice left in my screw cap. Okay. This is how the old Mancera bottles used to come. You would see you have to put some effort to open the bottles, and Cedrat Boise actually sort of relatively simpler packaging, just a white sticker in the name. And these are EDP concentration 120 ml juice, the big bottles. Smaller bottles you can get 30 or 60. I think smaller bottle size available. But Cedrat Boise, when I got it first, it was, I think, one of my first Manceras. First was lemon lime, second I got was this. So Cedrat Boise is known, not notorious, but it's known to be a replacement of Great Aventus. People say it smells like a clone of that, but I always said I feel the vibes, but not exactly a clone of Aventus, like many reviewers would tell you. Very sweet, fruity, citrusy. Sorry, I'm just waiting because very soon the construction, the nasty word, the sounds will start, but I want to finish the videos before that. So when I got this, I really enjoyed that pineapple-y, sweet, syrupy, thick vibe. And what happened with Cedrat Boise, this fragrance, I usually go nose blind to it. Okay, and I used to feel this fragrance is not as strong as something like Oud Lemon Mint. Okay, or something like there are other strong offerings like Red Tobacco. I never felt like that. But when I smell this on other my friends or guys or community members, they would project heavily. Even after 2-3 hours, it projects heavily. So the new version of this one, the magnetic cap, they have, obviously this one is available, but some people may suspect this one is reformulated. I don't feel that way. It's just perhaps the cap is just replaced and it's easier. I'll show you the intense cap, which is much more convenient, right? So the cap change doesn't mean it's necessarily reformulated. It could be, but it may not be as well. But some people complain that Boise doesn't perform anymore like it used to be. I never really felt Cedrat Boise was so heavy, but it was always a nice perfume. And I always I never actually thought they would make an intense version, but let's see what you get from the intense version. The dry down of this is a bit woody, and I think this is a bit more citrusy and a bit more projecting than the intense version. Let's see what you get in intense. The older bottles will have M written on the cap. The newer batches, the newer bottles of Manceras look the same bottle exactly, but the cap you see is changed, and this one is magnetic. Okay, And the thing is, this is actually Cedrat Boise Intense and Extrait de Parfum, exact same sticker, but just the labeling is changed. And this perfume actually costs more than Cedrat Boise, definitely by far. This one will cost you more than $120, $130 if you buy a full retail in Bangladesh. Tester would cost you $120, so not cheap. And I really appreciate this convenience. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because easy to take off, easy to put it back, and magnetic cap always works. So these are not the major concern. Major concern is how's this perfume and the performance. And I think this juice color is a bit darker than the Mancera Cedrat Boise. So what you get from this is also it's very, very strong. This is way stronger than the Mancera Cedrat Boise. When I smell it, I just don't have to spray it. It's the nozzle, from the nozzle itself. It's very strong projecting perfume. And it's just so syrupy, sweet. It's, imagine like you having, you opened a authentic pineapple juice can, like sometimes they have preserved, let's say, pineapple in the pineapple juice. They're the fresh cut pineapples, and it's like preserved in the authentic pineapple juice. This is what it feels like. It's a lot more stronger, and it's less citrusy, more sweet. That's the first, not, if you want me to say difference, yeah, but not really. It definitely smells like Cedrat Boise and intense version of it. So what it does, it continues to push like almost the same time as the vintage Cedrat Boise, but with heavier smell. What I mean by it, you feel like there are two Cedrat Boise bottle put into this one. So basically you get more stronger smell. Projection wise, I would say Cedrat Boise, the original one, projected because it was like let's say EDP, and this is more Extrait de Parfum, but it hangs on to me for longer. On the shirt, it lasted 3 days. So here's the thing: someone bought a tester in Bangladesh, and he did say he is not getting any performance, or he doesn't detect it after 1 hour. So he asked me, is it fake or is it what's going on? So I would say, I don't know, because different people have different skin chemistry. You have to give it time. If your bottle is genuine, definitely there's nothing wrong. And he said if I should let it sit in my collection for some time, I think you should try that. But in general, do not be so impatient. Like fragrances, you have to give them time, at least a month or so. If you wear it, if you see it's not working for it, doesn't. Not everything has to work. So obviously, Cedrat Boise Intense Extrait de Parfum, I do prefer this over the original. At the current formulation, definitely take note on that. Like out of the two, definitely this is going to be more costly. If not double the cost, it will be 50% more or 60% more. And should you be investing the money in that? If you love the original, finish that bottle, and then maybe you should upgrade to this. Maybe you should wait for some time, maybe a year or so, the price will go down. If you buy a tester, it's going to be more affordable. But in general, like if you ask me for my final comparison and final pick out of the draft, out of the two, I prefer this one. Cedrat Boise Intense is just a better fragrance. It's better, thicker, stronger beast mode fragrance. Okay, so today's winner is Cedrat Boise Intense Extrait de Parfum. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I will do one more review, which is a new review. Hopefully you'll watch that too. Take care. Have a nice day. See you soon.